Okay. Alright, hey kids!
How's everybody doing today?
Ready to rock?
Ready to roll.
Alright, so we are doing our e-learning tip video.
Yay, e-learning!
Yeah, so we're going to jump right into this, and today the main topic is going to be about how to contact and email your teachers.
Okay, disclaimer at this point. If you see us fidgeting around or you hear a crying animal in the background, we've moved locations because we want to shake things up just a little bit. And we are at my home with my Luna, and she's needy.
She is. She's being really needy.
She's being really needy today. So, you know, just like sometimes you guys just need a hug. She just wants a hug, but she can't have a hug, so then she cries.
So, if you hear any of that, like, whistling in the background,
sorry.
It's the dog.
Yeah.
It's not a teapot.
No.
Yeah.
Although, ooh, a cup of tea does sound good.
Anywho,
sorry.
All right, so let's talk about why. Let's start with the why. Why would you email your teacher?
Okay, so, I mean, maybe if I'm a student, you know, when I was going through school, I would be emailing a teacher after I've already looked at what I'm supposed to be doing. I've read it a couple of times. Maybe I've tried it on my own, but I just can't figure it out. That's when I'm going to get on my little email, on my little Google machines on the internets, and I'm going to email my teacher. Don't judge me. She's so
weird.
She's so mean to me.
Okay, so, yeah, so one of the key things that Miss Crone just said is after you've read the directions, okay, because I already know I've probably received like 20, 30 emails from students who have been asking, even 3 weeks into this, where's the assignment posted?
Where do I look?
Wait, what do I do? Where's my login information?
How do I do this? It doesn't make any sense.
Guys, listen. Please read the directions before you contact us. Okay?
Absolutely. It's just like you would in class. Like if we give you an individualized assignment and you're sitting there looking at the screen and going, I don't know what to do. You know, it helps if you read the directions first before you say, I don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you can truly say,
right.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, so remember that all your teachers are posting their stuff on Canvas.
Mm-hmm.
Some I know are sending out Canvas announcements. Okay, for me, I just switched over to Canvas where you just click on a link that will take you to the daily directions.
Yep.
So please make sure that you are following through on that. It's not that we don't want to email you and that we don't want to talk to you. Mm-hmm. It's just that we want to make sure that you're using your time wisely and we're using our time wisely. So please read directions. Okay, so after you've read the directions, if you're stuck, let's talk about an effective way to communicate to your teachers. Now, Miss Crone has a really good example for like levels of urgency that you kind of want to clue your teachers into, like in the subject line. So do you want to go over that?
Yeah, I'll explain that really quickly. So it really helps, at least for me, and I know there's a couple other people who do this, if we understand how urgent the question is. Because I don't know about you, Miss Pryor, but I'm getting between 50 and 55 emails a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, not only from students, but from parents, from administration, from the school corporation, from the state, from Maurice's.com, from Hobby Lobby. Like, I'm getting a lot of emails because all of the conversations that I'm normally having during the day are now being done through email, and that gets to be a lot. And sometimes, unfortunately, us being human beings that we are, because we are humans.
It's true.
We sometimes lose things in the shuffle of all of the emails, okay? You know how inboxes work. It's not exact science. So it really helps us out if we can tell right off the bat when things need to be addressed from you. So I've created a little cheat sheet for you. If you can see that there. We'll get a sound effect in there.
Yeah.
I really like it when we use sound effects.
Me too.
Okay.
And we can put this up on the screen.
Yeah, so this will be so this needs to be in the subject line. So when you first open up your email, you know, you like type in, you know, ecrone@phm.k12.in.us, blah, 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 blah. Okay, and you hit, you know, the space bar, and it's like, okay, awesome. And then it gives you a subject line. I don't know how many emails I've gotten in, like, just today alone, Miss Pryor, that say no subject.
Please put a subject in
How
there.
am I supposed to know what I need to get together for you, like, where my brain needs to be at, like, what exactly I need to talk to you about if you don't put a subject in there.
Yeah,
okay?
or how important it is, okay? Because for some of you, you're asking questions that are like, hey, do you have any book suggestions for me to read? And then other students need immediate help. Okay?
They're like, where do I turn this in? The due date's in, like, 2 minutes. Okay, so there's levels of urgency. There's 3 levels that you need to be aware of, and we'll put them at the screen below. Okay, level 1 is a low urgency. So that's when you're going to put in the subject line, you would put low, like L-O-W, and then a colon, and then basically what your, like in like 2 or 3 words, what your question is. So it might be low level homework help, low level book suggestion. Something like that, that gives us A, an idea of when we need to respond to you, but also B, we have an idea of how quickly we need to get back to you. Because we are pretty good about getting back to you guys in a pretty good time frame, but we want to make sure that we're catching everybody. Okay. Yeah. Level 2 is going to be a moderate. Okay, moderate is a little bit more urgent. Maybe it's something that's due today that you need help with. So that's when you would put moderate, colon, paper specifications, or what am I doing, or something like that. And then you have your urgent. So this is stuff that you need a response like immediately or within the hour or within 2 hours, you know, whenever we can reasonably get to that, because I'm sorry, in case you haven't noticed, we have lives like Luna's who need hugs.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, for me, I've had 4 online meetings today. So
just today.
4 video conferences.
Just today.
Yeah, so so do give us a good amount of wait time to respond to you, and anything after 4 o'clock, you'll get a response the next day.
Yeah, for sure. So with your urgent messages, make sure you put urgent, maybe put it in all caps if it's like now. Yeah. Okay, and then you're going to want to put what it is. Like urgent, where do I turn this in? Urgent. I can't think of another example because that would probably be the only one. Okay, so making sure that we're differentiating between what... Ooh.
Good word.
Ooh, I feel like we need a graphic for when that happens. Big words.
Oh, you're already planning out editing.
I love editing these videos. It's so much fun. I laugh so hard. But anyways, off track. That's her disappointed noise. So making sure that you guys are telling us in the subject line how urgent it is and also what the question is. Don't mind my household. Like I feel like I have a 2-month-old puppy again.
Oh, man. Okay. All right. So now let's get to like the practicalities of it.
Yeah. So what's in the actual body of the email?
All right. So, and again, we'll put this up on the screen so you can read it a little better. So we have 3 different lines that you have to have in each email. Okay.
She's walking away and crying.
So so some emails I've gotten have said, "What do I do?"
Or sup.
Yeah.
Don't start an email with sup.
Yeah, so...
I'm not your bro.
So
I'm not your homie. Not your OG homie for life. Wow. Take it down.
I feel like that needed a hashtag with it or something. Anyways, okay. So there's 3 lines that you have to have for a proper email. Line 1, say something like, "Good morning, Miss Pryor. Good evening.
Hello.
How are you?" No, I'm just kidding. Not that
Good day.
Top of the morning to you.
Top of the morning to you.
Okay. Anyways, okay, so line 1, do some kind of like greeting. All right. Line number 2, please clearly state what the problem is or what question you have. We're not looking for multiple paragraphs, okay? Just a couple lines. Just let us know what the problem is and how we can help you, okay? And then the 3rd one is, thank you for your time. Thank you for your time, Miss Crone.
Thank you for your time and consideration there, Miss Pryor. I don't know what that was. But anyways,
yeah, you do, but that's okay.
Yeah, so an example of this might be, good morning, Miss Pryor. I was reading in the announcement today that you want us to do an assignment on no red ink. I can't find my login information. Would you be able to help me out with that?
But hopefully, you won't have to ask me that because all the codes are posted on Canvas.
It's true, but
that's a good example.
But that's a good example because sometimes we understand your guys' lives are busy. Sometimes you get a little
confuddled,
scrambled. Okay, and then thank you for your time. Really appreciate your help. Sincerely, Miss Crone.
Miss Pryor.
Okay. Please also, because I know you think just because it says your email address in the email thing, and sometimes it puts your name to that, if for some reason it doesn't show up, because sometimes that does happen, it gets really annoying trying to figure out who blankety blank 703 at PHM, like that thing. Yeah, please put sincerely or thanks or cordially. I don't know.
No, not that one.
Okay,
but yeah, and one thing I really appreciate is when a student, for example, will say something like, Allie Lewis, 3rd period.
Oh,
sorry, I call you Allie.
Yeah, sorry, Allie.
Because
we have permission.
Do we? She won't care.
It's Allie.
Anyway, yeah, it's true. So, for example, when you do something like that, then I know to go into Skyward, go into third period, and then look.
Yeah.
Okay? So, with 140
30 some odd.
40-some students, it's really important to know which class you're talking about. So,
it's true.
So, that's helpful, too. All right. Well, I think that
about covers it, yeah. So make sure that you're being polite and respectful in your emails. Please make sure you're not typing them like you're texting them to your bros. Mm-hmm. Because, again...
proper grammar, punctuation.
Yeah.
That's really... It is appreciated.
And
it's noticed.
And spell check. It underlines it in red when you spell something wrong. It helps you out.
Yeah, so please use that wisely, okay?
Yeah. Okay. I think that's just about it. Yeah. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for tomorrow. Bye.